Hockey.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 20 of Stick Talk Hockey. I'm your host, Tiko. This is my co-host.
I'm yours, Trilly.
And 20 episodes, man. Let's get after it.
Holy, let's go.
I know, man. It's been a great season so far. A lot of good stuff. A lot of bad stuff this week, though.
Yeah.
But
it's been fun so far.
Yeah.
20 episodes happen fast.
It has been. It's been awesome.
Big thank you to everyone who's been along on the journey with us. Don't forget to use that download button. It means all the difference. I promise you that.
Yep. And if you're watching this on YouTube, drop a like, drop a subscribe. We appreciate those as well.
Absolutely.
First up, we got some news from the NHL this week. The NHL themselves, the big dogs, dropping the big news on a Tuesday at 6:30 in the morning. The NHL will be replacing Adidas with Fanatics as the official outfitter of the on-ice uniforms for authentic jerseys. Awful work by the NHL. As per usual, garbage work from a garbage company and a garbage league.
I will say I did like their Stanley Cup hats when they took over the Cup hats this year or last year. I liked them. They look good.
The problem for me isn't the designs itself with Fanatics. The designs are fine. It's the quality of these products they're giving out. Like, I mean, if you go look at there's a Twitter account that just retweets people who get messed up stuff from Fanatics.
Crobsy,
Drysailt, Beard for Bedard. Yeah, Connor Beard.
That's my boy.
I swear to God, it's just constant, brutal quality control from this awful company. And you know why the NHL did it, because they undercut everyone. We're going to take a quick look. It's actually at Fanatics Suck. People, especially I was hearing with the All-Star jerseys this year, people placing orders before the All-Star game, they just didn't get them.
It's such common behavior with the NHL at this point, and it really speaks to the way that they've shaped their income.
Yeah.
By the fact that Nike's went out and said they just felt that there was no money to be made in the deal. Mm-hmm. They just said no.
Yeah.
Like, it's not worth our time. And this is a company that handles every other pro league.
Almost all of them at this point, yeah.
So what's wrong fundamentally here with the NHL structure to make a company like Nike completely bow out? I mean, Nike itself has said that it's distancing itself from hockey.
Yeah. I mean, this to me, more than anything, like as much as anything else, is such a reason to get Bettman out. Like, this is not working. This is horrendous to me. I buy a ton of jerseys, dude. I have so many jerseys. Been a big fan of the CCMs, big fan of what Reebok did, big fan of what Adidas did. And like, seriously, you can bet I'm going to be loading up on these Adidases because I'm not going anywhere near a Fanatics jersey. No shot.
That's fair enough. I'm waiting to pick up a couple jerseys just on the low. I've seen a whole bunch of them available.
The face of the league, Connor McDavid, they put the wrong number on his jersey. They did that with Jack Hughes too. I saw he had the right number on the back, but he had number 13 on the arms.
What?
Nico Hughes. What on earth, man?
It's the best of both worlds.
And I'm sure the on ice product will be fine. They're keeping the same factory that Adidas is using. I believe it's in Montreal. So I'm sure the on ice product will be the same, but it's the consumers again that are going to lose out, as they always do in the NHL.
Yeah, I mean, it's the typical capitalism way with the NHL.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because you could do it the right way and still make a boatload of money, but they just choose not to.
And they choose not to. Yeah.
Just malpractice.
St. Louis. Yeah, look at how long, like, this whole time we've been talking, our producer's been scrolling through this this Twitter account, and every single thing is messed up. It's brutal.
It's all justifiable outrage. Like, if I paid $300 for a jersey that's supposed to be a 1-to-1 mock-up and I got this, like, what in the world?
Spurgino.
That's my favorite. I love that he signed it too. That's iconic.
He even signed it misspelled for him. He
Yeah.
even put in quotes Spurgino.
That's iconic. I hope that became his nickname in the locker
Yeah,
room.
that's funny. Okay, let's move on from this because that's really, really upsetting. I'm disappointed in the NHL again, and I'm gonna be stocking up on those Adidases this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna be creeping marketplace looking for all those lightly worn, barely used jerseys.
Yeah,
I'm gonna collect a whole bunch from every team, I think.
and they already said they're gonna be killing off the reverse retros. So if you like any of those, go pick those up this year.
Bruh.
Yeah,
You've got to be kidding me.
yeah,
There's no way.
yeah.
No shot.
No.
The most popular jersey edition that they've made in the last 10 years, and they're going to kill it off 2 years into its. Bruh.
It's over.
What are you doing?
I know. I gotta pick up one of those Canucks ones. I like it. I actually want to pick up one of the Penguins ones too.
I'm going to pick up one of those Devils ones.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
probably
that's a good
just
call.
going to frame it, not wear it, because I'm going to ruin that thing so fast. All white.
All right, let's move on to some more terrible stuff. Actually, you know what? There's some great stuff in here this week. Particularly, we're going to talk about the Panthers first. I really want to give a shout out to the Panthers for what they did on Pride Night. They had a great event for Pride Night. They had the jerseys and warm-ups, obviously. Then they auctioned them off for charity. They were matching the auction dollars. Pride scarves giveaway, Pride pregame hangout, rainbow drinks, Love Wins cups. They went all out.
I love this.
Yeah.
This is such an amazing stance by Florida. It's such an amazing stance for their community, given everything that's happened in the last few years with all the tragedies. It's been a really dark time for the LGBTQ plus community in Florida.
Yeah,
and to have
absolutely.
an organization like this plant their feet so firmly in the ground and say, we're doing this and we're doing it the right way all the way through, and then some.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's really what was needed, especially with what's happening lately. So many, you take a look at the New York Rangers, the pinnacle of hockey excellence, quote unquote. Eye roll.
Yeah.
They held a Pride Night and then backed out at the last second and didn't even tell their fans. So everyone who showed up to celebrate Pride Night was blindsided with nothing but heteronormality.
It's a joke.
Way to stand up for the community, guys.
Yeah.
Way to do it. Way to protect your 3 players that don't feel the same way.
Yeah, exactly, right. And that's where what we talked about this with the Provorov thing, right? Is like the canceling of the nights is where you really lose the message. Like I said, we're talking about this. We're gonna bring up the stalls, but like the fact that the night happened is awesome. Matthew Tkachuk had some fantastic comments as well. We should run that clip actually.
A night like tonight, for me, really is just all about including everybody, and it's in my opinion, it's by far the greatest game in the world, and everybody's welcome in my locker room, and in our locker room as an organization, I think our organization's done an unbelievable job of showing that and embracing that, and starting from Vinny all the way down to the players. So continuing the tradition every year and showing each and every day that hockey is for every single person. We welcome everybody.
I love that.
It's awesome. And that's what these nights should be about, right? And that's where the focus should be. Eric Stahl and Mark Stahl both bowed out. And I mean, hey, like we said before with Provorov, they're allowed to for it. They're allowed to though. Good on the Panthers organization for getting it done though.
Yeah, and good on Kachuk.
And good on Kachuk.
That's a
Buddy.
stance from a leader. Like,
Amen.
that's the way to lead. I love that. That's
Brady had some good ones as well, and I think that like this is gonna sound terrible, but it seems so funny to me that here we are in a position where I'm like, wow, the Stalls, those Kachuk brothers got good heads on their shoulders.
yeah. But at the end of the day, yeah, they're so down to earth and they really do get it. It's just about inclusion. It's not about yourself. This is bigger than yourself. Exactly.
It's
just bigger than yourself, and it's about hockey, and it's about everyone enjoying the game. Like, it doesn't have to be that deep. Burke also had some great comments on it. This actually really, I loved this.
Yeah, Brian Burke, he had some quotes about the Sharks Pride Night. He said, this is in reference to James Reimer, who also bowed out of the Sharks Pride jerseys. He said, I repeat that I'm extremely disappointed. I wish players would understand that the Pride sweaters are about inclusion and welcoming everybody. A player wearing Pride colors or tape isn't endorsing a set of values or enlisting in a cause. He's saying you're welcome here, and you are in every single NHL building. Couldn't have said it better, Berkey.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good, great work from him.
Yeah, I love it. And yeah, you know what? At this point, like, don't even release a statement. Just don't participate, because what bothered me the most about the James Reimer thing was the statement.
Yeah, same.
Like, your PR team worked so hard to basically, like, if you're smart and read between the lines, in between that paragraph and a half of I respect you and this is my beliefs, and I respect you and this is my beliefs, it basically read to TLDR, I don't respect you because my beliefs told me not to.
Yeah.
It was written in a book.
Yeah.
And therefore, you're not a person that's worthy of the same stock that I am.
Right.
Disgusting.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely.
Reprehensible.
Well, and okay, so like this is where it gets a little bit like rocky for me, because I'm not super religious, right? But I notice, with religious people, which like a lot of my family is very religious, all that, and that's great. They're very pick and choosy, right? Which is fine though. You're supposed to be, right? When you're religious, you're supposed to look at things and agree with what you agree with, and you don't have to regard everything in the Bible as gospel, right? Like the whole mixing linens and stuff like that. Like nobody follows that stuff, right?
For the most part.
Yeah, come on. I mean, maybe a couple people do, and good on you, but like nobody follows the Bible to the friggin' T all the way through. So what you're telling me when you're telling me your beliefs, the Bible, don't match up, you're telling me that the parts of the Bible that you're choosing to follow are the parts that promote hate. And hey, man, you can do it, but I don't have to respect it.
Yeah, I choose not to at this point. As someone who is highly spiritual and highly religious, and I have gone to church, I don't go to a Catholic church. I go to a church of faith, which is just like an overarching bridge of every religion, and everyone's welcome, much like hockey.
Amen.
They say at the beginning of the session, hey, you're all welcome here. And if you feel that they aren't welcome here, the door's right there, because you're not welcome here.
Hey, there you go, right?
That's how it starts off, and
Yeah.
it's beautiful, because that's what it should be about at the end of the day.
I
Is
agree.
just being together and finding your oneness.
I agree.
So it's incredibly disappointing to see some of these events. I don't really want to highlight the players too much, because they are entitled to their opinions and to whatever they want to do, but just bow out respectfully, disrespectfully, and keep your mouth shut. Because we all know,
Amen.
all know how you feel at the end of the day.
Yep. And one more shout out on the Pride stuff. Luke Prokop, the only openly gay player with an NHL contract right now. He's still in Seattle playing for the Thunderbirds. They didn't organize an actual Pride night in Seattle, so the fans took it upon themselves. Pretty much the entire team showed up to warm-ups with Pride tape on their sticks. One of the players actually kept it on his stick the entire game. And the fans were there having a good time as well, and wearing Pride stuff. That's awesome.
That's fantastic. That's
awesome.
That's the ultimate statement.
Yeah.
From
exactly.
the fans, from the team. The organization isn't going to take a foothold and make a stance.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
And that's almost like, to me, that's honestly almost more powerful to see the players and the fans doing it themselves. That's awesome.
Oh, it is entirely, especially when an organization drops a ball like that on a player who's been going through so much, through being the the only openly gay player right now in the sport.
Yeah.
Shout out the Panthers and shout out 99% of the NHL. There's a lot of players that are either bi or gay that are going through it in one way or another, and all of this support really does mean the world. All of the other NHL organizations that have bowed out, I'm incredibly disappointed in. I think it's going to leave a stain on your history for a long time. I won't forget it. I know a lot of other people in your communities won't forget it, and you're going to have to do a lot of work in the back end to make up for it. And that's just the way it is. That sucks. But love and progress, always, always, always. It's all about understanding and sharing viewpoints and coming out of it a better society at the end of the day. Everyone's welcome here in my little slice of the hockey universe. And in my locker room, you always will be as well.
Absolutely. Everyone's welcome at Stick Talk all the time.
Beautiful.
All right, let's move on to the World Baseball Championships were this week, right? And we saw two of the biggest heavyweights in the final, Trout and I actually don't know his name, Otani, I believe, Japanese pitcher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was. I'm not a big baseball guy. I watched it and it was fantastic. McDavid thought it was fantastic as well. He had a quote this week about the NHL needing to go back to best on best, and we'll run that.
I thought it was really cool. It's what we've been asking for in hockey for a long time, right? It's best on best. And, look, everyone's talking about baseball, and, did you see, Otani versus Trout? And, that's what hockey's been missing for, almost a decade now. So, that's what we've been asking for.
And, hey, nailed it, Connor. Like, that's just it for me, right? Like, yeah, exactly what he says there. How, people are all talking around. They're at the bar talking. Hey, did you see Otani versus Trout? Blah blah blah. And that's exactly what happened to me. I watched it, and I have no interest in baseball for the most part. You know what I mean? So like, would that not be the same thing? Wouldn't you be getting that in the best on best? Oh, did you see, McDavid versus Matthews and Crosby versus Ovi and all that?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what the sport needs right now. Like, I think it's just, it really speaks volumes because I don't watch baseball. And I watched highlights of that showdown. I watched the entirety of that showdown.
Exactly.
I watched the whole at bat.
Yeah.
I only watch one game of baseball a year.
Yeah.
And it's probably the last 5 innings of the World Series. So,
unreal. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just great exposure for the sport. And again, it goes back to the NHL stepping over $1 to make a penny.
Exactly.
Get rid of the white collars and your elitist attitude. You're not that special.
Yeah. And that's exactly it, right? Because the NHL goes on about how they don't make money during the Olympics. They don't make money off the branding. They lose revenue at the gate, all that type of stuff. And it's a joke because the amount of, oh God, I almost just said the amount of exposure you get as an artist being paid in exposure. That gives me PTSD. However,
oof.
However, it's different, right? We are talking about the Olympics, a world stage, right? Where that can genuinely grow the game, which we talk about. How often are we talking about growing the game? How often is Gary Bettman and the NHL talking about growing the game? And then time after time, we've missed out on prime McDavid and prime Sidney Crosby playing together. It's a joke.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, you just take a look at all of the amazing matchups that we've been robbed of because the NHL just felt that they were going to miss out on too much. It's like, no, you're not.
No.
There's a billion people watching this.
Yeah.
This is going to be on every highlight reel forever. And at the end of the day, it's going to be NHL player Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
NHL player Alexander Ovechkin. It's going to be NHL players representing your brand.
Right. Absolutely.
On a world stage. You're ignorant to think that that's not good for you.
Of course.
Oh,
and
my millions. Oh, whoa.
The Olympics are it. Like, think about, I bet you if you ask 100 American hockey fans, probably older generation because the younger generation wouldn't know, what their favorite hockey memory is, let's say like of people over 40, I bet you the vast majority are going to say Miracle.
Yeah, probably.
And Canadian hockey fans,
probably World Juniors.
Yeah, World Juniors Golden Goal 2010.
Yeah. There's so many in the World Juniors that are highlights for us. That is another world-class global tournament that the NHL thankfully can't really step on too much.
They can't ruin for us.
They try to when they withhold their prospects, but I mean,
I mean, like these big moments in the Olympics are like remembered by hockey fans forever. And like I remember, man, 2010 in Vancouver, the Olympics. I mean, Vancouver's a hockey city, right? Don't get me wrong, especially in that time, the Sedins, Luongo, all that stuff. But like Canada, USA, gold was unescapable. It was everywhere. Everyone was talking about it. People who don't watch sports at all. That's how you grow the game.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, that's just what you need.
Yeah.
Like, forget about the money.
Yeah. Forget about the actual, like the actual dollar you're going to get out of it.
Yeah, like you're going to end up giving that dollar to Arizona anyways because you're in profit sharing.
Yeah.
So what are you saving? You're going to end up drawing a deficit anyways and then writing it off. Like, spare me.
Spare me.
And yeah, like these are billionaires that own these teams with a B.
Yeah.
You can miss out on it.
Yeah.
You're going to end up killing the game and killing the league with your hoity-toity, uptight, white-collar, suit-to-game attitudes, looking down on everyone from your nose. Like, it's just,
say loud to trap man.
It's just so disappointing. Like, the game is global. The game is bigger than us. And I think, again, that's like, this goes back to what we just talked about with the inclusion thing, is that like the game is bigger than us. The game is bigger than one person. The game is bigger than one league.
It is. Absolutely.
It's a global game.
Yeah.
And it's not just ice hockey. It spans across everything. There's floor hockey, deck hockey, roller hockey, that weird wiffle hockey I don't understand yet with the goalies that wear gloves. Like, there's a whole bunch of cool hockey
Field
variations out there. Yeah. Like, it's a big sport with a really big chance to be exposed on a global stage. Like, you have all these other folds of people that play hockey that might not have just had a chance to see ice hockey in that light yet.
Right. Yeah.
And think about all the jersey sales you might actually get globally.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, sure. I mean, the IOC is going to make their money off of your Olympic Crosby jersey, but how many people are gonna watch? How many people watched Crosby's golden goal in 2010 and bought a Crosby Penguins jersey?
Yeah, like think about it.
Yeah,
how many people would go and buy a McDavid Oilers jersey that have nothing to do with Edmonton or McDavid or the Oilers until the Olympics happen?
Yeah,
and they see him pot 6.
Yeah.
People want to be affiliated with greatness.
Of course.
How many people do you know that don't watch soccer but ended up with a Ronaldo jersey at some point in their life? Or
dude. Like, I almost bought a Messi jersey.
See?
I just started watching soccer this year.
Like, I know so many people that don't watch a lick of baseball, but own a New York Yankees cap.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Because they watched one World Series where they won off a Grand Slam or something.
Some shit like Aaron Judge.
Yeah, like whatever. But like the exposure is like, it's there. You just need to become more culturally significant by leaving yourself open to be more culturally significant.
Amen, brother.
Like, you never do anything behind closed doors but make plans.
So yeah, I agree with you, McDavid. That's basically the base of this. Yeah.
And yeah, just a 10-minute spree of dumping on the NHL again. Yell at the Chell. Do-do-do. Do-do-do.
All right. One last thing. I'm wearing my Flying V today. I got my Flying V hat on too. Color commentator John Garrett announced he's retiring at the end of this season. I love John Garrett, man. He's one of the things that makes that Canucks broadcast for me. It's been a long, tough tenure in Vancouver over the last decade. It's been awful to watch that team. And basically that trio of like John Shorthouse, John Garrett, and Dan Murphy make Canucks games watchable so often. Shout out to John Garrett. What a career. Thanks for everything, buddy.
Iconic voice. Mm-hmm. The voice of the West Coast, honestly. You couldn't go anywhere and not hear that voice in the winter.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a shame to not have him around.
Absolutely, man. Him and Shorthouse just have so much fun on the air. I always love Shorthouse with the little 4:20 left in the period.
69 seconds.
69 seconds. Always finds a way to squeak that in there. They're clearly just having a good time all the time. And they've made a lot of really boring Canucks games a lot of fun. Two of the best in the business. And good on you, Garrett.
Yeah, absolute rock star.
Yeah.
Let us flowin'.
Let us flowin'. That's right.
Yeah, never change.
All right, let's move on to some clips, brother.
Yeah, let's get it.
So first up, this one went pretty viral. Mr. Biden, Joe Biden, was in front of the House and Commons. I don't know why, don't care, but took a shot at the Leafs, which we love that. Let's go.
Our labor unions cross borders. So do our sports leagues. Baseball, basketball, hockey. Listen to this, hockey. I have to say, I like your teams except the Leafs. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
What?
They beat the Flyers back in January. That's
What?
why.
What?
And if I didn't see that, I married a Philly girl. If I didn't say that, I'd be sleeping alone, fellas. I like you, but not that much.
What? I feel like I'm in the WWE right now. What a speech. I'll tell you why. Why?
What's
I'll tell you why. Why?
Also, I'm pretty sure other teams have beaten the Flyers since January. Canadian teams. Like, I'm pretty positive.
I hate to break it to you, bro, but the Flyers are a punching bag.
Okay, like, could Canada get any more stereotypical? Like, this dude, I don't know what, I guess I don't know what he's just talking about, but this dude got a standing ovation from the House of Commons for saying he doesn't like the Maple Leafs.
Everyone just distracted.
Oh, distracted.
We're talking about labor unions crossing borders. I hate the Leafs. Yay! Woo! Yay!
No way! Unreal.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my
something.
president.
Okay.
Iconic.
Thanks, Biden. Anyways, let's move on to the next one, the Instagram one above that.
Кристоф на ближнюю штангу и...
Oh, let's go.
Второе, третье будет! Ленин залез на ворота. Смотри как, а? Ух ты, вот красавец арбитр, а?
Yes, dude.
Какую лапочку исполнил.
Get this man a raise.
Yeah, man. Get him a job in the show.
Yeah, he needs to move up a league.
Yeah.
Get him to the chow.
Yeah, dude. That's commitment right there.
We need refs that care this much.
The T-pose on the net. I got to clip that. That should be our profile picture. That's fantastic.
It is. That's beautiful.
Shout out to that ref. You're doing the most, brother.
We should make that a shirt. Fly high with stick talk.
Yeah. Yeah, we should. Okay, so this one's nice little local clip from some junior B here in BC. 43 suspensions handed out.
Oh my God. Hey, while we're at it, shout out this handle down here. I actually really, really like what he does for the community. Mental health hockey.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's a beauty.
Yeah.
He brings a lot of awareness to mental health and addiction throughout hockey. He's a great voice for anyone who's going through something, anyone who could potentially go through something. He shares his story with all the juniors across Canada and all across the States too. He does road trips all the time. Like, I just love what he's doing. I just wanted to give him a big commendment here. Like, he's doing great. And shout out you. Every 24 is a great 24 that you're safe and sober, and really glad to see all the work you've done.
Yeah, for sure. Drop him a follow. Watch his content. He's fantastic. Let's run this clip.
Oh my God.
That's some old-time hockey, baby. That's what it's all about.
Wow. And not a single parent throwing fists in the crowd.
We love it.
Beautiful.
We love it. Yeah. Would that make the clip better, though?
Maybe, but it would make the culture worse.
Yeah. Hey, fair
And I don't
enough.
want to have to remote parents on the podcast again. We just did that.
Yeah. We did.
Try
Yeah.
to diversify here.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Shout out to Junior B. They're still Junior B.
Yeah, they're throwing with the gloves on.
The kids are all right.
They know how to handle their problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game's growing in the right way. You
Yeah.
can't take fighting out of the game, Bettman. It's here to stay.
Amen. Amen.
Try and pan away from it, I dare you.
All right, guys, that's all we got for this week. Make sure to check out the website, sticktalkhockey.square.site. We got some new items up on there, actually.
Did we?
Yes, we did. And if you're listening on your podcast app, give us a download, leave us a rating. If you're watching this on YouTube, drop a like and a subscribe. We appreciate all of it. We're at Stick Talk Hockey on everything. Thank you guys for sticking with us through 20 episodes.
Yeah, thanks for being with us. Got another shift coming up.
Yep.
Keep your head up.
Keep your head up.
Stick Talk. Stick Talk. Stick